let's see how the deadlock looks. How long does it usually take you to come up with what is good and isn't during live games? I mean, like 30 seconds, right? You kind of realize what they don't have, and then everyone just pieces together like what it can't do. Like on this, you go against the deadlock, and you're like, well, they're gonna have the best A main shutdown ever. But in theory, like if we late take A and we start creating the question marks everywhere, they're gonna have no idea where we are. So we can just heavy luck as well.
Fuming. He's like, it could have been me.
Yeah.
It should have been me.
It's something that you just kind of, you should just be knowing, you should just be doing is just a thing every time you get into a game as well. Just being like, what have they got? No drone, they can't clear close. Okay, we can like judge against this or stuff like that. Or like ops are good because they don't know where to stun, or I'm never going to get pushed off the angle.
Spent much time working on their icebox. I think they thought that it was so secured in the back.
And in terms of the attack, I mean, you can just walk fast behind as well, like on defense if you wanted to. Okay, Loud start on defense and C9 on attack. So goes aggro over towards here. We see what walls they've got, and we were expecting them to come and bring something new, and so we definitely see that.
Just run out and fight. No utility setup, no nothing. He just goes. I guess that's how you play Deadlock.
It's actually pretty smart that he's doing it towards this A side too, because he actually
what happened with his little nades? Did he just throw his nade deep over towards here to see if anyone was close to A?
There is an audio cue that happens once it lands, and it did not.
Well, those shots landed from Kawanzi, and he's gotten two.
Yeah, and they just tried to force this over towards A.
I mean, if memory serves me right, Loud haven't won a single pistol this series. So this would be a massive start for them.
Hey, that's not right.
Would be nice. Pistols are kind of good in this game.
Yeah, they're okay. And now we're already seeing some of the value of
Is
the
that right?
Deadlock.
I like it.
The wall is just miserable to get.
I thought it was 1-1 on Bind.
Moose is going to be there for a little while.
Yeah.
I like it. And once the economy gets rolling a little bit, you're going to be able to put down those traps.
Somebody help the man.
Oh! 30 seconds
Finally.
Okay, keep an eye on this guy though. While that's been happening, Kawanzi takes a lot of space, and we have a solo spike going over towards B. And what a shot though. Yeah, and it's going to be a plant no matter what. And do they expect fade here? Rooney, timing on this. Okay, he's got a smoke though. He could literally just get out of there. And then and speaking of a lot of what he has a smoke and a molly potentially for this.
He's going to find an insane timing. Kawanzi in with 3, but again, Zeppa.
But can he throw his smoke from far back?
They know where he is.
Okay, nicely done from Kawanzi. Big push up, and obviously C9 forcing over towards C just got heavily shut down.
Good heads up awareness from 2Es there. Understanding that once the person in baby door, broken door got taken out, since there wasn't an automatic trade from anybody in water, he's probably getting wrapped. So that's why you saw him take a step back there and just wait for that wrap. Yeah. Timing ends up perfectly for him. And Kawanzi, what a start. And this is all because that Deadlock controlled that entire
Already though on the pistol, it's nice. You see
Thank you.
You see like
yeah, for real.
Sorry, you were saying
I'm already happy though. In terms of like this, it was kind of good. Saved his
a new setup already.
Saved his molly at the beginning, saved his wall, and then the wall goes out in the open, so that you have to. Obviously, on the pistol round, you want to knife it because it takes so long. But if you're knifing it, you're out in the open for them to take a duel. So that was pretty cool. Then over towards C. Gonna just keep an eye on this.
Holding onto it for quite a bit of time.
Yeah. God no.
And using it late.
Yeah, and I think that's the way, because was it like Vitality or something? They were just chucking this wall down all the time. I like saving it for late. It's really strong.
Guardian in the hands of Oxy.
Yeah.
Let him hold W and go kill. We'll see if he can find value this time. Les has been flirting with danger.
Yeah, I wouldn't jump spot that again. But he knows that. That's why he's backing up.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oxy tried.
And that's potentially a gun to get.
And he did.
And obviously C9 still going for their hero buy on Oxy.
Spammed or something from a Deagle. Had to go for the peak.
Wait, the Loud bought.
So they bought a Vandal and a
Loud
Spectre
3
into the round, and then just
Dude, there's so much going on there. So Oxy buy the hero rifle, which they do all the time, and then Loud go for the double rifle triple ghost.
Oxy broke the trap.
30 seconds left.
Oh, that's gonna buy some time.
Oh, the perfect nade and molly.
Perfect util.
He's dead.
Yeah, and it all comes down to Kawanzi. And why are they?
These 4 spies that C9 do.
How'd you do this on defense?
It's like he turns into Superman.
Whoa. Wait.
that was risky. He still punishes less. Oxy finding another with the Guardian, looking for the last.
Oh my. Okay, well this one fell apart heavy for Loud. And do they get that extra gun? The juggle might be good with that.
Invested two guns.
Why
into
did
the
they
round.
only
had
buy
3
two
ghosts.
guns?
Yeah, they had a Spectre and then the Vandal.
That's so
And that
greedy.
really isn't that much
And
more
you're
of an
doing that
advantage.
against a team that from every single time we've watched them have always bought a hero gun.
They almost full save. Yeah.
They almost full set. This is so unique. Is this a counter strat to the force buy that
Oh,
C9
it's
like
just
to do?
not good.
Why?
Maybe. I don't know. I'd rather be
so
up
many
2-0.
questions.
Yeah, I'd rather be up 2-0
as to
than
why this is
1-1
happening.
with money right now.
Okay, and
I'm
then they
so
decide to
confused.
force into it. So then this is a big important round, and they have Judge,
But they have pretty much a
Ding,
full buy into this round.
triple rifle. What's going on, man?
This might be the craziest chess match of all time. I mean, we're predicting the force buy without buying.
What is going on here, man? Like, what is this?
This is something else.
I don't know.
I know it's
Either
like
way.
420, bro, but like,
Early season
Jesus.
default.
I wasn't expecting this,
But they
man.
are
What
gonna
are
come
these
back to A.
decisions been
Once this wall
made,
comes up, Whiskey
dude?
should take a step in front.
He's ahead of it with the Judge. They know he's there. He finds one. He gets a second.
Honestly, that was
With
kind
a
of sick, though.
paranoia setup too, yeah. And Tui's is still hanging around. Should find some space B, or at least they think it's safe. But the thing is, Loud have already filled into the space that was previously vacated. Sadak gets his 2.
Well, never doubt him, I guess. Judge goes close, gets 2.
Vanity has a lot to figure out here.
Yeah.
Nice round.
Alright. Sure.
I guess the buy.
But, I mean, they have lots of money anyway, so we're going to see another buy back on
A
this.
new meta. A whole new world.
That's a first.
But
I'm pretty
C9
sure.
still have a full buy into this round too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. QCK getting 2 there is huge.
Man, I was really hoping they were going to catch you singing in the background of that one.
Right?
Let's make some chaos.
All right, we'll
Okay.
see what the plays here. Zepes
And then we
is
go.
ult
I mean,
online.
they get shut
Seems like
down
they're
on
gonna
this,
try to
right?
go fast there towards A,
Okay,
at least
no.
fight for the space.
No need for the.
Up, Oxy smashes
Oi,
his face into the wall,
oi,
still
oi,
gets
just
the
out
kill.
in the
QCK.
open on that one. Yeah, 8 the flash and 40 was round the corner. This is gonna be one of those games, isn't it?
That flash got destroyed.
One of those games for sure. Fish goes in, clears everywhere, can just go back and they can pick this up.
Little
Sam's
exploratory
at
mission
ult
for
as well.
Crash.
Oxy
Door broken.
could be tempted to get this orb. At least in the right place, because
Not broken this time.
he's
so-
scared of getting
Sadak is
spammed
waiting
or
on the other
something.
side.
Yeah.
He's
Maybe
got
it's
the sensors,
HB.
He's got the wall B. And Les is in a really good position to play contain here. So they've got him corralled and
We
controlled
got to look
towards
at
A.
this though, right? Early wall,
thing is,
early
both
info,
Valentine and
like they just fall.
Tui's
They
are
can
in a
just
tough fight.
stack this.
Tui's went forward. Tui's TP'd in, but he gets spammed by Vanity. Rooney cleans him up as well. This thing fell apart real fast for Loud.
That was very ambitious. From Tui's, the little guy got the plant down. That
Shout
was
out.
so ambitious.
Shout out Wingman. Yeah, that was super ambitious. I loved the way they were playing contain, right? Again, Les was up really far. In fact, he hasn't left that position that he's in right now for like a solid 45 seconds to a minute. They had
Yeah,
contained
dude.
mid
C9
with
just
Sadak.
make everyone play
was
so
just
weird when they play against them.
Tui's
I
and
don't know what
Valentine
it
were
is.
playing really far up on door, and they got punished.
Yeah, and had Tui's decided to maybe TP back, further back into A, he probably could have protected his teammate.
Well, I don't know, because then maybe he gets farther enough away from Coenzine that only one
Don't
gets
let them
tagged,
back
but
in the kitchen.
he's
to
in a
cook.
damned if
It's
you
still
do,
it's
if you
still
don't.
early, man.
That's
I'm
true.
expecting
And
some
it was
okay
good from
stuff
C9
still. I'm
to
not
keep
gonna lie
tapping
to
that
you.
door, keep baiting out the utility,
Yeah.
keep baiting out the smokes, wait for that thrash to come back up, and then re-exec onto that area. It doesn't matter that there's a
Like this
way
this
to
one
get
wasn't
go
too
on
bad.
that
Like
action.
in terms of the actual rounds, if you actually look at the map, like they did pretty good.
I mean,
They
Vanity
had
knew
full
as
map
soon as he
control,
saw
and they
it,
knew they
nobody
were gonna
was
have to
protecting the guy
like
on
they had
site.
to force over towards
Yeah.
A. Wait, what's happening here?
Wow, that guy really did that?
Yeah, he tried that.
Dude's checking with the admin.
I mean, that was it.
See, like, did you
guess
see that?
that
That's funny.
ambitious TP. But since Loud have been doing these weird buys, they still have a gun round.
And
Full
this,
light armor.
yeah, and we're just going back and forth on this one. But honestly, on the
There are a
defense
couple
side, you kind of
phantoms out
take
to
it.
the
But
side of C9 though, so
what's this
that
comp
will
gonna be
a
able to do on
one-shot kill.
attack? Honestly, might be kind of sick. Nade
I'll
out
take
over
every single
towards
player
here
for
would
Loud.
stop the double satchel.
That's scary.
It'll be interesting to
See.
see whether or not
Oxy gets
and
his ult
how
into this
Sanak
one,
uses his ult.
and
You know, we've had
early
so
A
many
control,
conversations about how Deadlock
but
can
early
play.
C control,
This
question
is
mark,
another,
and Kaunzin's been
unexpected
holding
thing
over
that if you're
towards B.
Cloud9, you're gonna have to figure out, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, you're
Once they hear
likely
the
not
turret,
swimming
they
against the
decide
Deadlock
to
on Lotus very
open the
often.
door to check if this guy's still around.
This is something that you see out of ranked. Does this wall block the rocket satchels?
I don't know.
Does it disrupt Oxy's movement? Looks like it won't even have to.
Oxy satcheling forward B.
Oh, that's
Oh,
He took some damage, but it was not enough to get the kill.
Oh.
It might help. No, he stays alive through all of that.
okay, and the nade
Tragic
stops
scenes.
the plant.
They've got the Nightfall down. The Spike is sitting out in the middle of nowhere. And now Loud can fill the space. This feels like part of the issue with... QCK ulted
30
there.
seconds left.
It feels like part of the issue with this Gecko approach, right? We see teams in running Gecko a lot. But
What?
if you just send Wingman in to die, you have to regain all the space that you've lost.
yeah.
And Loud are happy to hold this.
One enemy
Yo,
remaining.
this guy is locked in right now,
seconds
Doug. Oh, that was so
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, he almost did that.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is
All right,
he's
let's
not
keep it
going
going,
for
back
body
and forth.
shots. Like he wanted to line up that headshot.
Yeah.
That's how
He took his
confident
time.
Did the
is right
stun
now.
have anything to do with the
Like, he
ult
could have
missing?
probably easily killed it if he just shot the body, but this guy's like, no. I'm trying to one-tap everybody right now. This was it. Yeah. This
Oh,
was really
the
nice.
nade wasn't deep enough. I was wondering where the nade went because I knew he was weak.
Aw. Don't beat yourself up too
Muddy
much,
Valorant, yeah.
Oxy, in this timeout.
Still top right.
I'm sure he's fine. Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. And you know what? Sometimes it's hard to is
Well, they got to
let's
do
start
their
going
B,
somewhere
C,
other
D
than
full,
B,
which they're
because
doing, and then
honestly,
take A.
C9 has dabbled with B
And-
almost every single one of these rounds. Again, much similarly to Icebox, right? They went
'Cause again, as
they
soon as
went
you create
B
question marks about
so
this
much.
comp, you
Obviously,
can
this
just
map has
walk
two different
everywhere.
sites,
Like as
but
soon as you
you
get
could see
control of
C9's game
here, or
plan
like
is
you
to
block
condition
vision.
a certain
Like
site,
if
and then
I'm
that will open up
C9 right
the other
now,
avenues
all my
of
focus is
going
like
to A,
here,
going to C.
really.
So maybe
You
a
wanna
change here, maybe they
you want
won't
to get your Viper to do the wall, then you want to do the
B this
smoke,
time, but
then you're
still
constantly
try to
creating
probably
pressure. Like
finesse
you
it.
have could be anywhere here, then you're always
This is
keeping
right on
two
the mark.
here.
Yep.
You break the door, you can have one person here, and you can just split them up
close.
loads.
He's down to 50 HP.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's wrecking everyone.
How has he gotten away with this?
QCK with 34
much
HP
damage.
decides to still peek it.
I mean, Vanity did all the work. Rooney gets the kill. It's the life of an IGL, I guess.
Yeah. C9 has been so good at getting the first blood in this series in general. Last map they had 13. This map they just got 2.
He's so
Unanswered, 3 unanswered kills.
They handle the pressure A, and then they respond. in
Yeah, I
kind.
mean the Odin over towards A just did so much.
Kills all over
Still
the
can't believe
place.
he went for this duel on 24 HP, or at least trying to hold the line with 24 HP. Yeah, I mean it's just back and forth.
No way
What can we
they're
say?
gonna go and beat again.
It's
I guess this time
it's
good. It's a
scrappy,
5v2.
man. It's
Got the
really
wingman to
scrappy.
plant for you.
This was nice from C9 though. Don't get me wrong.
They're careful with it.
Yeah.
Satcheling across, the nade, the spit, everything. Well,
Wait.
Spike planted.
maybe not careful enough. Oh, that
Oh,
sucks.
okay.
Les is in a 1v4, which turns to a 1v3. Spike just planted, but he's getting surrounded. Has to take the fight in front of him, and Oxy's there to greet him. We're tied at 3 apiece.
So you saw it in this round. C9 just
The
playing
eco though, right?
a very, very slow default. Pretty much just like a 2-1-2 in a way. Yeah, 2-1-2. There it is. Finding kills in every lane.
Yeah.
It's very, very impressive. Not something you see every day.
And
It all happens from that A kill.
Yeah, it's just so hard to state the advantage you have when you're able to win every single lane
Yeah.
at the beginning of the round.
Okay, it is just an eco.
I mean, it's almost
So
almost
this might
impossible
stop
to
here.
The light buy from Loud forces a little bit of pace. The paranoia hits almost everyone, but Oxy still spamming, getting a kill on a Kalanzine.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a terrible pose to TP. Manages to stay alive. Tui's eventually falls.
Tui's,
It
man.
was a bit later.
Poor guy.
Delaying the
TP'd
inevitable.
into the corner, ate a molly, TP's into the smoke, eats a fish.
Second Gecko ult of the map so far.
Tell you what though, they actually managed to do pretty good damage here. 40.
Stressing orbs on the Gecko, getting plants on the Gecko has been the name of the game so far. Sadak still hasn't used this ult.
No, he's been holding on to that thing.
And to be fair, there hasn't really been a moment where it's been like, okay, yeah, you can use the ult now.
Yeah.
I think if they really wanted to, they could do something really cool with the Deadlock ult towards the A side of the map, but who knows?
I think part of the thing is too is with Cloud9 rolling in bunches, even if you do get tagged.
2 people on
They're
site,
gonna get
and the gun is here.
So it's a
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you're
a great
right.
Molly.
I think it's a tough situation for him to find space to use it. QCK falls, Sadak and Let's remain.
Yeah, I mean, there's just
And that quickly
so
just
many
turns into
people
Sadak.
trolling.
Who's
50,
gone exploring.
26, 14.
Oh,
That was the classic. Moose must have been weak.
Sentinel?
Everyone's weak.
I mean... Nah,
You gotta be tempted to.
there is a world.
You gotta be tempted
that
to.
weapon
Once
and
you
get
hear
out.
all your
Kills the
team
2 1 HP players,
giving the
top
HPs,
salt against Rooney. That'd be something special.
I think this is the first round that hasn't gone back and forth. This will be the first time either team wins 2 rounds in a row.
Deadlock legit on this map? I mean, we're trying to find out. The pistol round was cool.
Here. He has a full buy.
And then the second round they had a weird buy, and then it just went into absolute chaos.
Everyone's low here, though.
Yeah,
Does
everyone is
damage.
going to do good damage here.
Yeah,
Can't get the transfer.
and he dealt a fair amount of damage. Only 1 rifle carried over. Cloud9 get up to 4. And I think we have to revisit, yeah, well, what tools Loud have at their disposal and when they're going to pull the trigger on it. I like the idea here. It was really aggressive. They TP forward, they paranoia'd, and I mean, it was just all the spam from Cloud9 that proved it to be too much for Loud.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for? You know, you're on
Yeah.
eco. You have a scrappy buy. The fact that they even got 4 kills in the round is a W in itself. Maybe
Trying to think
Sadak
about
needs to just
on
go
attack.
for A more often.
Gonna,
And just
both
lock
the
that
controllers
side
gonna
of the
be
map down
lurking or something?
for his
I just don't. I'm so
Another 2-1-2
confused by it.
start.
It's such a hard map to play.
Decided to
No
put an
like
aggro turret into B main.
info sentinel.
Tui's is so
The,
far up
the
with
hard
op.
normal. No,
Yeah,
it's
I
so
mean, he should
a
be
hard map
getting
for
punished
either
right
side.
now.
Oh, that one way keeps him safe. They wait out the paranoia. Oh, I thought he was going to go forward.
get out
Oxy's
in
the one who
time.
goes up. Yeah.
I mean, he really greeted that for way too long. I even said it. You know, I was like, dude, you gotta get out of there. C9 have been
Yeah,
doing
Moose
that
with this gets
C-side
his
default
ult,
with the same
and
utility.
QCK
Nothing's really changed. Should have been aware.
QCK
Is-
can't find a kill
is
on
dead.
Oxy. It seemed like he had the
and
jump on him
Kawazin's
too.
is on the fast flank pushing behind. There's an alarm board here, so how do they handle this? Do they all go up into
Kalanzine
sight
pushing
with that
forward,
info,
waiting on the
or
other side of the ult. Sadak gets caught, but they have no idea where he is. And maybe that gives Kalanzine a little bit of room to work, but look who's waiting on the other side. A tap at the door.
wait, Moose is in
feel
trouble?
Pressure from either side, looking to
Good
find
kill.
the target. It's just Kalanzine now.
He needs to go.
Oh, he finds it. Moose falls. It's a 3v3. He's finally
Oh.
going to use the ult,
Yeah, misses.
and it's nothing. Yeah, it
This is
doesn't
a good
connect on
mid-round
anyone,
call.
so
This
it's
is a
still
really
up,
good
and they're
mid-round
just gonna
call.
rotate away.
Are they going to A?
They're not going to
Oh
C.
my gosh.
13
Time though,
seconds
it's
left.
close,
They
but it's
should
all
be
good.
able to get
Wait,
towards
the
A,
trip?
and spike down.
Oh my god.
Oh! Oh, no, they got it. They got it. It would have been something special, though.
Dude, imagine it.
About half a second.
Jeez.
Skanzine is disposed of. Numbers in favor of Cloud9. Oxy
Yeah, in the
so
mid
weak.
rounding, very nice
Sadak
from
and Les now
C9.
arriving at the
Happening on
scene.
Icebox mid round was good.
Cloud9 have already set up their positions. They've already established themselves. They've already taken the control they want. Filled the space. But Oxy falls. A 2v2 now.
Oh,
How much more can Les find? Nothing. Can Sadak be the hero again for Loud? Where rounds have been so hard to come by. This feels like a must. He's gotten it down to 1. No idea of where Zeppa might be. And look at him buying his time.
whoa!
Sadok reads and he gets his three.
Dude,
And gets Loud
what an
four.
absolute round.
He's a one-man
Okay,
army right
respect.
now, IGLing,
I mean,
fragging.
the util did nothing. I
He's
feel like
so in
nothing
the
about
moment
the
right now.
deadlock
He's
has been
dialed
a
in.
reason why
Yeah,
they've
he
managed to
had
get
some
the
whiffs.
kills, but fragging
He's
heavy.
recovered so well.
He did very, very nice.
The Red Bull clutch to keep things close. I guess once you realize that there wasn't anyone tree, there was nobody backside.
Wow.
It was just process of elimination at that point.
This guy, man. Really keeping his team in the game. 4 rounds on the defense is pretty good, too. Like, this
Best
is a good half
deadlock.
right now for Loud. If they can scrap another
Yeah, they
2,
get a judge out for less.
phenomenal.
Who solo
11 and 6
holds
for the deadlock.
A.
Oh,
I like this though, that they kind of get hit. It looked like they got hit by the boombot on purpose because they know this is their protocol in terms of get the Omen flash out of them, but
I mean,
he did great to just carry on going here. Counts in tanked
put
it as
Zoxy on
well.
11 now, too.
The fragging battle everyone expected going into this series. Sadok versus Oxy.
This might be one of the first times we see an early wall come out from Sadhawk, so that's something new to look out for. And
Whoa.
this is wise to that.
Dude, Tui's is just getting destroyed on mound.
Yeah.
Yeah, he,
I mean, I like what they're
actually, I
trying
think
to
I've
do.
seen
They're
him
playing
die
for- they're
here.
playing on the
He's
other
right,
side of
like
his
3
one way.
times
They're
now.
trying to control that area, but Cowanzine feeling a lot of the pressure, has to give the space up. Cloud9 happy to stroll right in. Now
Right,
where do they go
everyone's
from here?
cheering
Do
from
they
doing
even
a bad
attempt
plant.
this? They don't have a ton of money.
Can't see
Lester
it from
so
mound
far
anymore.
away, and he has a judge. I don't know. I feel like a part of you kind of has to, right? Except for maybe Sadhawk, who has the Vandal. Maybe you save the Vandal. You try to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna
upgrades if
save
you
those.
can.
It's all good.
I
But
guess.
staying on a judge, especially when you're a player like Les, isn't like ideal. I would say.
Dude, what is this? What is this game that we're watching
Maybe they
though?
swap things around. It's
This
not
has
even
been
like they're gonna
so
have to pit
weird
the next
to
round,
watch.
use the judge well.
Why do all the C9 games end up turning into this?
I think the one, I guess, maybe benefit to give to this is the fact that these rounds have been so close. This map has been so close, right? It's been back and forth every time that it's not like you're forcing your way back into this, right? You're
Yeah.
staring up a deficit that you have to somehow find a way to overcome.
It reminds me a lot of the first map that we got to witness.
Yeah.
It's like the same exact scenario. Both teams just not really getting a lead. It's not a blowout like the second map. That's a crazy kill.
With a bulldog, no less.
Wow.
It's very impressive. Loud calls a timeout. Actually, I really like this because
I mean, yeah, I'm
these
so in
discussions
for a
have been
timeout.
taking place for
Eva
the last
team.
20, 30 seconds, right? From when the round ended,
Yeah.
they knew they were saving,
Really.
so you know the
Yeah,
conversation.
it really
robust,
is
I'm
though.
sure. Goes straight into a timeout, and this feels like a moment for Loud to try to find their footing here.
And like,
I think Loud is
so
out
tough
of
to
it. I
call
don't
in
know,
this
man.
round
Like they
because there's
could
enough
have a
trash
sick
online.
attack half.
Yeah.
and you can really go.
Don't know what they
anywhere
got
with it.
cooked
And the
up.
way
I
that
haven't
Pepper's
seen
been
much.
using
I
it
haven't
is
seen much with the
he always
deadlock,
brings
and
it
I
back
feel
to
like there
himself
is
so
some
he can pick it up and
potential
he clears
that
certain space.
Uh,
they could have done.
I think the
terms
other
of
thing that's tough
combos,
about this
but-
is I know the score is very close. I know Cloud9's just up one round, but it
This-
feels like,
like,
the
this
score
is still
shouldn't be
not
this close.
bad.
It really feels
Like,
like
on
Cloud9 are in
paper, if you're
control
looking-
here. Tui's just been getting beat up.
you're looking
on
like
C
this,
almost
it's
every single
still
round.
still
We've
so
seen some
fine.
cool stuff with the deadlock, but really
Did
not
win,
the
it
person
did
who's
win
top
pistol,
fragging for
though.
Loud is Sadok. And
Yeah.
that, I mean, that's a tough
But
pass to like, yeah, we
been-
need you to continue to deliver. If it was less
all over the
on top,
place.
sure, right? You can ride that all the way to the end.
A good
but
timeout
it's
because
a lot to
C9
have Sadok
could
to continue
easily
to
take
frag for
a
Loud the
8.
way he has. So again, I know the score is close, but it really feels like Cloud9 are way more in control here.
Yeah, and the C default just seems like Loud has no answer for it.
It seems like they're gonna try to fight for
It's
A
attack sided.
instead.
I mean, it's attack sided if you have a if a sentinel that watches behind. It's
Smoke,
attack
they
sided.
get PCK, a
I'm
little
still
bit closer
worried
to have
for
Insult
that.
online.
Like the sentinel is great to have on defense on this
Gotta
map.
understand
Obviously,
that the
great,
approach
lots
is
of
different, right?
avenues
They
people
haven't
could
seen
take
that one way
timings.
that
It's
they've
also
seen every
very
single
good on
round.
attack. It's a similar thing of just like timings. To worry about a good amount of
Meanwhile, for
places.
Cloud9, again, the respect
Especially
that
once
they're
you
showing.
start
Look at
taking
how far
map
back
control and
they are.
people
They
start
have two
dying.
members in spawn.
C9 are playing really good reactionary Valorant right now. They're
It's
doing a spread
beautiful.
default across the board and just reacting off of what utility is being thrown from the side of Loud.
I mean, that
Yeah, I
really
mean, they were
lets
just so
Vanity
ready
call
for a
the game
change
the
up
way he
here.
wants,
Yeah,
right?
and-
It's just feeding information to the brain, and the brain decides where to go from there.
Yeah, and in this round, you saw them just spotting the A very safely from the back. They were actually worried that there might be a trap play in the actual A main area, so they played in spawn this time. And once all that utility came out at A, they took the
Yeah,
C
so this
space,
is going to be nice
and
from
now they're gonna be
C9, you would
creeping up B
imagine.
after
What's
that
this
eye.
duel like?
Yeah, they also just draw out the paranoia from 2Es, so they're not going to have to worry about that anymore.
Whoa.
Now the Thrash invested. Set a spot. Anyone know? Oxy gets punished actually as they try to funnel behind it.
Finally, by the way. Finally gets punished on the entry here.
The wall's waiting on the other side. Les is not far behind. He has that judge. Can he find value? Oh, I thought he was going to whiff. Gets a kill on the Vanity. Where do Cloud9 go
16,
from here? 13
16 seconds
They
left
haven't
for this
found
one.
any space.
Bro, there's been no
I don't know that
normal
there's anywhere to
rounds.
get in.
This might just be a hard save.
We haven't seen a normal
So
round.
Loud, making a great
It's
adaptation
cracking me
there.
up. Why did it? Why
Having
did
a
it? Why
C
they?
hold with a
Why are they
judge's
playing
backside.
like this against?
Deadlock throws
The
her little
deadlock.
cage there, allowing the rotate to be. And flooding out before the actual hit comes in. That Thrash sometimes can be so hard to clear out everything on a site like B. You know, you can't just exactly jump up into that heaven area for free. You got to do a whole process going into that. You have the door that you got to worry about, and then the people in water, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and Sadok actually throwing the nade there too.
Yeah. You wonder here too how, because that's been a lot of the excitement around the Deadlock pick, right? How do you stuff the hard execs? How do you stop the aggression that you know we're gonna get from Oxy, right? He goes forward, he holds W.
What?
That's the first time we really kind of saw it play out.
This was a jump peak there.
He just got this kill on a jump
Just
spot,
a
I
no,
think?
yeah, either jump spot or a normal peak.
And now
Not
they're gonna
entirely
go straight
sure.
into a C hit. Full aggro.
Dude, as soon as they know, Oxy's trapped essentially. He's got nowhere to go.
But it's kind of chill though.
only
Like,
way
what can
out
they
is
do? Like, sure, they're trapped, but like, they can just.
Vanity clears it out.
take their
now
time.
They have a little bit of room to work.
Oh.
And they've been stuck again.
Whoa!
They just can't find any space.
I think Sodhawk thought that there was still smoke up in that choke, but there wasn't.
They finally get past that pesky wall.
That was a
Feels like some of the
misplay
like I
there
get
from
some of the
Sodhawk, who's
ideas,
possibly taking the game into his own
but
hands.
it
Good job, little buddy.
The
Yeah.
tough thing is too is he did everything right up until that point.
Yeah.
Right? He had the two nets whose names I'm forgetting. He had the wall that went up at the right time too. I mean, he played that well. You can tell what the plan is. As soon as you know that Oxy's gonna go, drop the net, throw the wall up, effectively box him in.
Yeah, and he was boxed in. He actually got 2 players with that nade, I believe. And you even heard Oxy taking it off on Sodok's POV, so I don't blame him, but maybe a little bit of miscommunication. Maybe 2Es didn't have a Omen smoke up in time, or they thought that the Viper orb would last a little bit longer. I mean, something small like that honestly would have made the difference.
do you
I feel
evaluate
like
this
Sodok
half?
kills
Yeah,
2 there.
it just feels like
He
there's
kills
just
Oxy
so
and Vanity.
so much that
If
is
that
just
main has a
odd,
smoke up,
man.
so that's a weird mistake that we don't normally see.
I would love to see how this kill happen at the very
Last
least.
round
Kinda
in the
scary.
half.
But this is still a good half. 5 rounds on defense, Lotus.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
That's how he got the kill.
That's a nice shot, man. And
And you
then
see it,
and then
right?
they're like
Yeah, as
pushing
soon as that wall
early,
goes
and
down,
then
he's
the
like, yep,
comms not
uh-oh.
there, and it's like these tunnel visioning for the fact that the nades
real
hit
ult
someone
sweep
in
of
terms of
outside
the
Cloud9
nade that
as
makes
we
you
near-
crouch.
as we enter the
And then
last
there's
round
no
of the half.
comms of the smoke
Meanwhile,
going
Loud
down,
have a
so they're just
couple
on a
to play
completely
around.
different
TCK one away
page.
from his, Kamanzine and Les have theirs too.
Like the shutdown here and here is nice for when
Learn
they have to force
From the
out,
punish on the spam.
but
I think this should be a straight up C hit here.
Straight into the pit, but the thing is, they're just gonna bully through the pit.
Yeah.
Unless Les can hold things down by himself
The pit was
in
too
his
late.
pit, it would be insane. He's already gotten one, and it helps off of Sadok's utility. He falls. Vanity repositions. They're buying time here. They're throwing the hold on this. Les has
oh
nowhere to
my
go.
goodness.
That's tragic. What? We just saw 2 Viper molotov.
He got boxed in by Sodok.
He
was
got-
dead.
Oh man, how can every
think he actually
loud
jumped from
map
the
I've
top.
watched so far? There's always someone
Rudy with nowhere to
who
go.
is just there's always some kind of util
That is so weird.
that is helping out
What a
the
weird
other team.
interaction in a game.
So through all of that madness at the beginning of the round, everything goes dead silent. They're starting to rotate A, and
Oh
Tools is
my
ahead
goodness.
of it.
What do you reckon it is? Is it, do you reckon Louds have put together this comp and it should work against like the normal comp in terms of like the Fnatic comp?
They're sending Wingman on a suicide mission.
Because
QCK's there
it's harder
for
to
it.
force into sites.
Now uses his ult,
That
tries
comp.
to find some space.
Like
holds
aggro
the
A and
trigger
then it
for
has to
just a
force in.
moment.
Just
Zeppel's
so
getting away with
so
it,
hard,
finally
man.
falls. Now Moose is left in a 1v2. He can't get in. He's not even going to be able
Hey,
to
what
get the
though?
spike,
6
much
is
less
pretty
plan it at
good.
this point. Has to frag his way through, and the kills will not come. The fights will not show up. A 6-6
Yes, I mean,
half.
6 is decent.
Nice last round from Loud.
Switching
I mean, it was
sides.
scrappy when the C hit came in.
It was a mess, man.
And C9 did a great job of
It was
actually
a
getting
mess.
out and going towards that A side of the map. Also catching Tui's who... Oh wait, yeah, let's see this interaction real quick before I continue. Look, he's just trapped in here. That's so unfortunate.
That's tragic.
That is a tragedy, indeed.
It was such a messy round. But honestly, when it comes to really high-level Valorant, the messy rounds are the ones you got to win,
Yeah.
right? And if they're able to pull those
Yeah,
out,
let's see how this looks on
who
attack.
knows what happens? It was a formidable show from both
let's
sides,
see,
but
man.
we're tied at 6 apiece. I'm being told that the children have taken over the desk. It's just Mimi and Ender. I'm terrified to throw to them, but that's what I'm being told to do. So take it away.
Don't be scared, Doug. We're just gonna play some Valorant. Look, we've got the computers here, and we're gonna walk you through a little bit of what Sodic was doing on the Deadlock. Now, the first thing is that Sodic was just doing a lot of fighting.
He was killing a lot of
He
people.
was killing a lot of people, but if you want to incorporate the Deadlock and play a little bit more passively, this is the place to be. So first thing first is, what is the setup on defense? Basically, every round, Sodic was placing his sound sensors in front of B and also in front of C, in these main sort of focal areas where you have to come into a site. And the important thing is he was always playing off of that C sensor, or he had a teammate playing off of the B sensor. And really all it does is, well, it doesn't give you perfect info against a lurk. If you play off it, and Mimi, go ahead and walk in against me here, like all I have to do is see one bullet fired from Mimi, and then the trigger is gonna be pulled on that sound sensor. She's gonna go, come
Yeah,
on,
if I'm
Mimi.
slowly scaling C,
Get
I
in
have a
there,
lot of
Mimi.
angles to clear it. The
And
second I
she's
make
done.
noise on the walk to try and expedite here, I get stunned.
Yeah, and if we're playing back bend or we're playing closer, like we can go ahead and get an easy kill off of that. And the same thing, we saw a ton of play from inside of baby door area.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you actually do contact into this, you're trying to watch this angle, you're trying to watch from someone swinging you bend, and then if you're clearing close here, you're worried about this angle, you're worried about here, and this sonic sensor, which is really a pain to deal with. So
They're
basically
explaining
puts, like,
Deadlock's
these kind of
abilities 'cause no
faster
one's been
plays towards
playing
C
them.
off the table.
Yeah, pretty
the other
much.
thing he was doing was putting down this wall here. Now look at the positioning of this wall. If you can get the orb here to be like as far on that side of the wall as possible, so it can't be seen from main.
No
then
angle I can get through
Yeah,
here
you
on
can
either
only
side.
spam that. And then if the spam comes in, like Mimi walks into the open, and I can instantly trade a kill, either playing back bend or playing top site, kind of like
It's
this.
even hard to like path with satchels and get through this
Yeah,
one. See, I
she's
just
stuck.
caught in my
Owned.
little prison, instantly owned. That's part of the reason why Cloud9 was very rarely going towards this C
Yep.
site. An impressive half already there. 6-6 for Loud. We'll have to see if they can close out as we hop back into things with Doug and Baby Day.
Thank you so much, guys. One half to decide how this series plays out. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know about you, but we've had a little bit of everything.
And
All right, what we
anything like the
give me
first
some
round, this is gonna
give
be
me
a-
some for the
a
pistol.
13-11 or a potential OT.
Start to see some of the utility go up. I think we need to turn our conversation over to what the Deadlock looks like on attack.
And that's
I
the
think
main
we saw a
thing.
lot of cool stuff
It,
on
I mean,
defense.
if you get over towards the side though,
But you wonder here,
It
when
is
you
the
have
one.
something like this special cooked up, I don't know if 6 is enough on defense. I think
well,
you'd
it looks like
expect
they're
a
hitting the
bigger
site
lead.
with his 3 people. Yeah, maybe
Either
they
way, we'll see what
threw
the
all
attack
their
looks like.
util early, and this
little bit of
I see this
exchange of
quite a lot,
utility
where like
early
maybe you
on.
have a big stack,
No damage
like a
dealt,
3-person
no
stack,
found.
and then you kind of just use too much util to deter
this
them from
direction,
coming in,
really
when
everywhere.
actually
Half of the
might have been
door,
better
you
for them
see
to
smokes
run
going
in,
up,
hit
see
the
like a
alarm bot,
spike.
and then get a kill, and then everyone
Unbeknownst
can
to
peek out and
Cloud9's
duel.
headed A.
So
Yeah, and Sodhawk's only job here is to try
I'd
to
have
keep
made
as
too
many
much
people
sound
as he
here.
can around this C and B site.
Well, I think the timing's already
And
been
he
found.
did a great job doing it. Just that one little board tap that he
okay,
did right
orb
there.
over towards C, orb
made
over
2 people
towards A. We
rotate
get
from
this
B to water.
deadlock all online.
Now
They
this
got
A
something
site's
cool
gonna
for it,
take
you would
the lead.
I mean,
imagine.
they're making noise. They've got to know now.
How many can Rooney get?
Can Rooney get any? He's got light armor.
Oh, great delay from Rooney.
Oh, he's surrounded. He's got it. He's
Okay.
dead. He falls.
Grenade for the back of sight here. Very, very
Well
strong.
handled by Cloud, understanding. Oh, but how are you going to deal with the Gecko utility on the other side? Zeppa's already got 2. Third. The fourth will not fall, but Oxy gets him. It's a 1v2. Can Tui get it? Yes, he can.
Huge 1v2. They get a double pistol.
We
Maybe.
were just talking about how he's had a slow map.
Yeah, he has been quiet, but that is a
During the
massive
halftime,
rounds.
me and Doug were saying how unconfident Tui's look. Getting off of certain angles at the wrong time. But now coming back
Player
clutch.
standing.
Getting the 1v2 with this last kill on the
Yeah, it's
Oxy.
real calm with that.
Nonetheless. Huge pistol round win for Loud. Now, do they actually invest?
Yeah, they
yeah,
did
they
this time.
invest this
Yeah.
time.
4 rifles.
Yeah,
I mean,
4
it
rifles this time
couldn't
on
be any
1,
further
so
from what we saw last time.
straight up go into the stack though. There is 5 people
Dog go
here.
up, a tap of the door A, and all of Cloud9 is here.
Wall goes in. This part of the
You
wall
wonder if they choose
now
to
means
stay
that they
here.
can't go
I
through
mean, they
here,
put the
so they
wall
have
up,
to
they
5
dug,
person.
they're walking into a death stack.
They all
Pixel's gotta
know
be
there's a
perfect.
5 person
This
here
could
because they
be
can see the
disaster.
wall.
Uh-oh. So much spam already, and I
Get
think
out.
they've realized, yeah,
Yeah.
there are way too many people here. We've got to leave. But the question is, much like we saw on Bind, what's the play here? Because Loud or known, we've seen it all series. They'll cut noise, they'll slow things down, and then they'll re-hit.
And re-hitting is
The
correct
HPs.
play right
Vanity
now.
survived
They're
on
so
1
worried about the
somehow.
flank.
45-60. 47-25.
I imagine there are going to be a couple seconds of silence. Right on cue, the door's hit. So much for that.
Beautiful.
They're creeping up behind it. There's a little gap in that wall. Vanity can see all of back sight.
Yeah, that ultimately has Tui's having to smoke heaven, allowing the wrap for Kawazine.
Oh,
He plucked from the
goodness.
sky.
Where this guy reappear from?
Way cleaner of a
And they were allowed 1 death,
anti-eco
and
this
that's
time
all they
around, but
got.
also not a
So
force
very
from the
nice
side
round
of
from
C9,
Loud.
so
Managed to buy a gun
Maybe
into
they were
this, and we
wishing they
can't
would've because they
can't
had
call this a
the
bonus.
right
It's a
read.
straight up
Yeah,
buy
I
round,
do think they'll
and
played
maybe
it well,
we get to see
right?
the
Just
orb
in, like, the
that they've
minor,
been
just
getting
the
all the
half
orbs
pause.
for.
Once they realize the
We'll
stack was
see.
there,
Yeah.
they cut noise just long enough for a couple members to leave, and then they re-hit. So yes, there were no guns on the other side, but I think the call was very good.
it was really good IGLing from Sadhak on the re-hit, and like you said, the timing was near perfect. 2-3 players already leaned away from the A side of the map. Another front B heavy default from C9, or from Loud, but this time
Gotta start
having the
looking at
Fade
this
pressure
alarm bot
C.
here, and that gives them so
So
much
1-3-1.
info.
This looks like it's gonna
Loud
be
to
a
send
hit.
it in. Okay, that wall is strong.
There's really nobody B.
I give you that. That wall is very
As soon
strong.
as the wall goes up, you see they try to spam it out and clear it. The
You get
paranoia
over
from
towards
Tui's
the
pushing
sides.
forward
You
up
got
and
the
down.
double.
Early
Oh, he ulted.
Oh, what
Nothing
the?
again. I'm just kind of excited to see how it's responded to. Smokes drop. Sonic still dumping utility as best as he can as Oxy dashes forward. Finally lands a shot onto
Wait,
Sonic.
did he hit his mate
Gets
with
a
a
second
grenade?
weapon too.
Yeah, he hit his mate, so his
They're all
mate
on the
stuck
other side of the
crouching
smoke.
there,
Can
and he
Tui's
didn't want to
get
make a
in?
sound cue.
Oh, the two-punch drive!
They can't find
Vanity
him.
5
'cause
HP.
He's stuck.
Rooney was so weak as well.
That was so
can't,
scrappy.
man.
And
I
honestly,
can't,
Sadhak just
bro.
kind of fumbling with his utility there. I think he should have
Holy.
gotten both of those trips down on both chokes, one in heaven and one close like he did. Instead, he picked one up and then ended up getting
He
flashed
panic
and
grenaded
allowed
his
retake to come
teammate.
through.
That's so funny.
Yeah, dude.
I thought we lost the round. Good
Yeah.
shot. Same.
Honestly, they should have.
Yeah.
Had Sadhak gotten those trips down.
Probably.
That would have been a very hard retake. Especially with all that utility. And a very early paranoia as well from Tui's. I don't know. Maybe a little
Oh
stress,
man, that
maybe
was
thinking
so
that C9
good
was
to
gonna
watch.
flood faster
Okay,
than
we
what
got
they did.
They're gonna try to go faster.
go
eh?
fast A on this one, and this is what I thought. This
I like
guy.
that. I like that set
Yeah, the
utility
grav
that
grenade
just
over
allowed
towards here might
C9
mean that you can
actually
always
try to
go
push up
fast A, and
into
they
that
can't
area.
actually ever get over towards
Deadlock nade would have made everybody crouch.
over here in terms of like actual rubble. They can late take this one, and that is a ult with a kill, and he's got 2 below him.
From up top, gets a second to less. 3 on the round.
QCK and 2Es remain. Oxy's been dealt with.
Okay, get it.
Scoop back up and attention.
Yeah, I
turned
really
towards
want
A.
some time to just talk about the econ because it is a big ground and no one has
So
much money.
fast.
Got 3 people on each they can't buy.
So explosive from Oxy and Zeppa.
Don't
Thing
do
is,
it.
for Loud, there's no explosion
Don't do
left.
it.
QCK
Use a
doesn't have
boombot.
satchels, Tui's doesn't have
Key.
TP. All it is Zarumba and Vanity feeling the pressure. Takes a step back.
Oh, they're walking out.
Oh, surprise! They're close.
Enemy.
Rudy
Yeah, nice
from up
little
top,
1-2 on this.
The cover he
Omen
needed.
ult as well.
He's
Tap
gonna
of the
make it out.
spike.
He is gonna make it out.
Gotta say that Moose is here relatively
Tui's with
fast
the position
though.
to pull off a
At
ridiculous
least just gonna
1v3
lock
if he
him
can find
in,
enough
or
space.
we. Oh, okay, he gets the kill now.
He's not ready for Moose.
Nothing found. We're tied at 8.
Of course we are, Doug.
Yeah, good point. That's a very good point. Yeah.
It's bind all over again. This is that explosiveness from Oxy that I was talking about earlier. Off the back of Zeppa. Such good movement.
Enemy. Who could have predicted?
I mean, C9 do a lot of things right in these rounds when they're up man advantage. Like Moose getting pushed all the way down C there, allowing his team to take all of that A. Stack it heavy. Rooney covering for Vanity once he got
Full
that
eco.
contact.
Sheriffs are
It's really nice to
sheriffs
see.
are in. Alright, he's under the one way.
That's
Gets
spam
them
on
full
Oxy, gets
info.
tagged.
This turret at C, I
Yeah,
know we're all at
it's
A, but this turret at
sick.
C gives so much info for C9 and allows them to actually take the A fights like this.
They invested the Thrash here. Zeppa's gonna get the kill onto Oxy. You imagine others will
yeah.
fall shortly thereafter.
Damn, I.
Really know.
What's the swing? 3 of them
Fight
here.
behind the bark for Loud here.
Wait, shots, man. Wait, this guy's an extra body
Player
shot.
Standing.
Kill everyone.
Nah, I don't think there's really a shot here.
I'm gonna be expecting a Loud timeout here very shortly. If not, the next round, the one after. Because this turret on C is
They
getting
in with
so
the
much
sheriff?
info for C9.
Oh, nice.
They're putting it underneath
Sure,
the
is this an
one-way, and it's
eco?
really
Yeah, I
simple
love
break,
this. Yeah, what he's talking
but
about now, the
Loud
turret
are
that
actually fully checking
actually can peek underneath the
C
low
area of
one
the
way.
map. So even though they're using the fade
Pretty
eye,
cool.
the fade prowlers to clear it out, C9 know they're not actually walking into any of this space because that turret
That's
is
the
not being
deadlock
broken.
looking.
Yeah, it's a passive info.
Not even
And that allows
sure.
them to lean heavy
Not even
heavy
sure,
A and
not even
take
sure the
these
deadlock's
fights
been
that
getting him
defense
too
that they
much.
know
I like their fast A. It's pretty
Loud like to
cool.
walk
It's
into.
been good
I
for
think they've
shutting
also
down
been
heavy like
aggressively
site
putting up the
XX.
alarm bot too, towards C. So
Again,
right
I
on cue, as you
think
mentioned.
the
Timeout
full
call from Loud.
process is to like
This is a
potentially
perfect
counter
timing.
the
I think
normal
they
Fnatic
need to
comp, so
stress
that
the
might
C
be why
default
it's
a little bit
struggling a little
heavier.
bit against this
Make
comp.
sure they
But
actually push
I
moves
don't
all
think
the way back
C9
into
played
site.
well against it on
Maybe
attack
give
either.
A space early on and then re-clear the A after that. But right now it's not a lot of layers to the attack. Loud.
Man, it's
They
been a
think that they're
weird
clearing
game,
C, but they're
bro.
not, and that's-
It's been a
that's where the
really
gap
weird
is.
game.
They
Yeah.
need to pick that up. So
It is the mod Valorant
I'm assuming-
that Bren was talking about.
the coach of Loud will rail that into them.
Oh, false sense of security. Meanwhile, we haven't really talked about him a ton, but once again, he's putting up a very impressive performance. 18 and 12 for the Star Duelist on the screen.
Yeah. And honestly, these kills on defense have been looking like he's playing attack.
Yeah.
Because he's
Yep.
retaking certain space, but it's just so aggressive. And with utility, he's not really doing it dry. I think that's the key difference in this matchup.
Okay,
is
so timeout.
wherever
They have a
Oxy is, he
fade
has a lot of
ult to
utility
work
him.
with. They change up their
That's what you
wall, so
want.
you
You
see
wanna
this wall
enable
over
him.
towards
When this guy's
C.
feeling these
You would,
timings,
I mean, you would
his
go aggro
mechanics
A
shine.
if you saw this, because how on earth does this
Oh,
comp get
very
back out
different
towards
Viper
A?
wall. Out from Loud this
That's
time.
what C9 want to do. Ollie goes
It's a
in.
fight for C.
I say
Kinda what I
that.
said, like they need to do the C.
No one actually
now,
takes
investing
control.
The entire Viper wall to do it.
Is that
Wall
too
blocks
much?
It
vision,
might be overkill, but
and then whoa.
yeah, it's
It's a fight for C.
What?
kind of what I said. Like they need to do the C.
Yep.
Now investing an entire Viper wall to do it,
Is that too much?
it might be overkill. But if they are going to shift their focus over to the C area and not have an A-lurk
Me?
as much anymore,
Stream
then
reset?
maybe it'll open up more gateways for them to just manipulate rotations.
The alarm bot finally gets cleared out. What's the response from Cloud9? Didn't
The
move.
stream's just stuck with all the mod.
I think it was the tap of the door and then the clearing of the alarm bot was enough for Cloud9 to stay put.
See, there it is.
Um,
They finally cleared all of C, and that keeps two.
surprised
players
C9
of
gave them A
there.
control.
But Zeppa spotting this orb up should get the info
blast
pretty
back?
soon.
Oh,
We're gonna
man.
see
I wanted to
Oxy
just
start
accept
shifting
it.
over to his
To
A
be
side of the
honest,
map.
been so much mad stuff
on
going
cue.
on that I've just kind of just
And
started
the top of the
accepting
door
everybody
gives
until that I
away
see.
presence that it seemed like Loud.
Okay, so
Loud
question
were
mark
trying
in
to
theory
conceal.
created over
They
towards
clawed
Daubs,
their way
but
to two. Yeah,
honestly,
you're right.
Rooney
The
pretty
doors
much
aren't broken yet.
saw
Now
this
that should be a
instantly.
cue with Oxy dead and a kill
The
found on the site.
deadlock at the moment is first
That should be
contact
enough for
into
them to
B
go. And that they do.
as they split in, but this was a nice split from them.
You see Cloud9 starting to rotate
And
in.
they
You've
got
a couple
ults
of
for
members back
after
cut.
plant,
You've got one up
and if
heaven as well.
QCK gets a
Separate
kill, he
with
gets his
utility. He's
ults.
got
You would
Wingman,
imagine
and
they
he's
got this
Deco.
one.
Or Dizzy, excuse me. There's the first, the paranoia, counting in a world of hurt. Utility all over the place, but somehow manages to dance around and stay alive, play his life, ultimately falls. Meanwhile, they're getting pinched in on. QCK less than 2s with so much to do, and they all fall.
How can they
Cloud9
How
with
can
a
they lose this
beautiful
round?
retake.
Wow. They're so patient too. Like
I gotta
waiting
watch
out
this
all the
back. How on
utility from the
earth
attacker
do they
side and then
lose
going
this?
in off of
You got the
one
VIP
flash
on
from
site,
And Zeppa right
probably
now
one of the
has
best
been
agents that you have for
absolutely
Afterplan.
insane on this map. And the last map actually.
You got
Great on the stage,
2
too.
ults.
But him and Oxy, this 1-2 punch on the retake.
Okay, they lost map control
so
here,
good.
but they still had. It wasn't a good plant, so they
so
didn't
much
feel
space.
confident.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, C9 did good taking
Yeah,
map
that's a
control.
brutal round to lose.
They
You
had
can
to
see it
take
on the
like
coach's
Heaven or
face.
somewhere in reaction. There was no
4 rounds
reaction
in a row
here.
for Cloud9.
C9 did good to take map control. Surely you
That's
just
the most
fade
we've seen
ult
all
somewhere and
map.
take map control.
Oxy with an operator.
They've taken a lot of space mid though.
And do they
I don't
even
think
expect
know
Rooney
Rooney's
here? 1,
He
2,
gets 2. The satchel
3.
arrives as Rooney claims the third.
Just all headshots, man.
What a
Holy.
setup. Effectively
Yeah, the
using
bait came in and
Oxy's
it
bait.
is falling apart from Loud, man. And if a comp can't work first
What a
time you
play
come up
from Rooney.
against it,
That was such a
I
good
don't know.
bait.
I really lose all faith in a comp that can't work first time. If a comp is good, it should always be
And they're
good for
just
at
willing
least
to
one at the
give
beginning,
all of
first
this
time
B and A
you
space
ever
and
see
just
it.
Play the 4v2 retake. C9 are so disciplined, really showing that they can compete with the best of the best. And we're gonna need to see Les and Tui's have some heroics here.
I can't believe they're losing after. I can't believe they're losing after
Les
plants.
is gonna grab this
With
orb.
it.
He's not gonna grab the orb, so he won't have Viper ult online yet.
Well, the thing is, even with them toggling that Viper wall, see, there's so much utility. That, and it's
just
not
gonna use
selling
fish
it,
ult for this.
But they're still respecting it so much. I think they're more paranoid of a hit being B than they are of it being C.
I'd be tempted to
But the
fish
spike goes
ult,
down
get
and now they
info,
know
to be honest.
Where the hit is.
Fish ult,
Thrash is
any of
online
this.
for Zeppa. This is gonna be used on the retake. They're just gonna group up.
Not just Thrash too. Again, they have Wingman, they have Dizzy.
They got everything.
There's the first.
Yeah, this to clear close, so fish can go over towards site.
So dead.
They're split up, so it's a kill with it.
Yeah. What a tragic way to go.
Super nice play from C9. Super nice play from C9.
What's the
They
money?
didn't
What's the
care.
money
They didn't
like?
care
Where are
about
we
B,
at?
They didn't care about A.
Okay, they're gonna
The
buy into
whole
this.
setup was to not let Loud
8-11, they have to
any
get
kills
around.
bring it back. That was the whole point. Just playing really disciplined, playing together, and trusting the fact that they'll have each other's backs on the retake.
What a round from Rooney, man.
Yeah, he recovered well, because he should have got 2 at the beginning,
On the raise.
but then just one individual angel twice.
Nice. Good job, Dylan. Let's go. Love that. Come grab the kill.
They can feel it. The win is within their grasp.
Just 2 rounds away now. 5 rounds in
They
a row.
got so
for the
many
defense.
ults.
I don't know what the answers are for Loud here.
Yeah, and like, what was the point of using that seawall the last couple rounds? You're just gonna bring it back to A on this round? It's Rooney's not buying it at all. He does an aggro Viper out on A. That's gonna allow them to stack
Yeah.
B and C.
That's so far up.
Descended on this double mollies. Kill on sight. Oh my god, he popped it so early. This guy is. This guy is grabbing at it though, so he's perma
So
crouched.
many members on the site too. The only person not here is Rooney. And he's going to join the fray here in just a moment. Things are falling apart for Loud.
One enemy remaining.
Talk about feeling like you can smell it, you can taste it.
yeah,
It's all
I mean,
coming together.
Did nothing on the
Cloud9
buy
gets a
rounds.
series point.
4 chances left.
Match point.
Cloud9 are so good. Way better than I think a lot of people thought they were. Probably better than they thought they were gonna be themselves.
How long are we gonna hold
Just
this
so many
fade off
things
for?
going their way. everything.
Can you just fade all to see where they are on the floor and then use the
This team is so scary when they
and
get
use the
momentum,
deadlock
when
call
they string
into it
rounds
because it gives you
together.
info?
It just feels like they just run away with it.
That's 6 rounds in a row. Oxy at 20 and 14. Zap at 19 and 11. You're finally starting to see some of what the ideal was on the counter to fight for a main, but they still get the space.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think it landed, man. Chat, we've got to remember they got a double
honestly
pistol
owning
in
on the
this. Like, this has been so
character until he
dominant.
hasn't
This has
been
just fallen apart.
The best,
It's
I
a
would
bit of
say,
a mess.
Or the most ideal.
Yeah, it really felt like they needed to win more on defense, and they did. And Cloud9 have capitalized on it. They've pounced.
Look at this. Even Rooney just holding this entire C line. This is why C9 has been 4 people on every single
Okay.
site. That's a great ult.
But Oxy's there on the counter. He tries to get aggressive. He's traded. QCK pushing forward. Vanity cocooned to death. As numbers in favor of Loud for the first time, really, in a very long time.
Holy.
Moose not able to steady the aim.
I respect it, though.
And it seems like Loud will stay alive for
What?
one more round.
Wait, what's
Done and
his
dusted as Loud get to 9.
going on there?
That was a cool little retake there. I mean, Loud does.
They still have ults, man. You can
If they don't get
easily
first
take
blood,
this
then
to
they can actually
overtime.
make their way into
I
sight.
just want to see something a bit more
The ult account would
convincing.
actually bring this back to at least 11.
This would be a ridiculous comeback in the face of 6 rounds. Cloud9 with triple map point, triple series point, excuse me.
A lurk smoke used this time towards C, but that turret is still up. And they're doing a bait and switch setup here,
Yeah, Moose is
much like we saw Sentinels do.
Moose is so far up.
Okay.
But they're
They
gonna
get over
beat.
towards the site. They have a
That,
this wall.
that is not ideal, I don't think.
Oh no.
Is he trapped in there?
Yeah, they're trying to get him out.
That's the fatal.
He stays alive. QCK takes some damage. The pit invested.
Why- How can
They're gonna
every
have to
single
pay
map
attention
I
to so
watch,
many shots. The pit's down.
there is someone from Lad helping out C9.
Can Moose and Zappa do it on their own? It's
Moose,
all on
big
Moose.
Jill, man.
A 1v1. Sonic swing.
Holy.
Moose
Nicely done from Moose. Like a solo performance in terms of this one, but my goodness, man.
They're just as good as they've shown the
What
last
did we
couple
watch?
weeks.
What did we watch?
sees in the future.
Nicely done from
The
C9.
future
Again,
is
I don't want
now.
to take too much away from
Cloud9
C9,
take
but
down
man, I'm worried for Loud, bro. After watching this,
moment.
after
This is
watching this, after
crazy.
watching the icebox,
I don't think anybody expected this outcome.
like 2 back-to-back maps where it's a 6v4.